scoops of vanilla extract in a cup.
Good morning, everybody out there in Wildcat Nation. Thanks for watching Wildcat Morning with me. I'm your host, Will Worsham, alongside my sidekick, Keaton the Kid Garrett.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. We're here today in the Resource Center Studios. Resource Center for all your insurance and financial services needs, 882-1800. Give them a call. Whatever you're thinking, they'll be happy to sit down and talk to you, whether it's budgeting, investing, planning for retirement, saving for college, getting a home and auto insurance quote. You know, they're an independent agency. That means they represent multiple insurance companies. They'll take your insurance quote, they'll run it through their computer, compare many different policies, and not only that, but help you understand the coverage that you've got. Too many times people go to make an insurance claim and find out that their particular disaster was not covered or if it's under some exclusion. Be sure you know what your insurance is and what it covers by calling the Resource Center at 417-882-1800. Also, Sportsland pickup covers. Woohoo. Man, I love my Sportsland pickup cover on my pickup truck. And those swing cases are awful sweet. I get a lot of people asking about those when I get those things out.
Put a lot of Twinkies in there.
You can put a lot of Twinkies and cordless hole punches and all kinds of things in those swing cases. And they're really cool because, you just pull a little lever, they swing out, you open the top, there's your stuff. You can lock them back, your Twinkies, whatever you happen to keep in there, all kinds of stuff. But they keep your stuff safe and dry. You can lock them so people can't steal your Twinkies. And all that good stuff. And we have a new sponsor here this week again on our morning show.
Donald Trump, 46th president of the United States.
Well, he was the 45th.
49th. Okay.
The theory is he'll be the 47th president.
Yeah. Do they call him the 45th and 47th if he wins?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
45th part 2.
Yeah. 45.1.
Yeah, point 2.
You think?
I don't
know.
I
think it's because I think if you're like this is like Mac OS 10.0, and then when they release an update, it's 10.1. Yeah. So I think it'd be 45.1.
Anyways, new sponsor.
Yes, the Unique Flower Farmer, the Tough Outpost in the Apple Center parking lot. Emma Alexander runs that. She is a local gem. She knows all about local plants, all your gardening needs. She did a great show on K-ROG the other day about how to pick the right shovel. That may not have been the whole show. That's the part I happened to be able to catch. But I thought it was really interesting. She's talking about, this is a great shovel, but it's the wrong shovel to use for that. And if you try to use it for this, you'll probably break something. That's good information for all of that. But she's opening on April 15th will be the opening day for the Unique Flower Farmer Outpost here in the Apple Center here in Rogersville. But don't buy your plants in Springfield. Buy them here. Buy them local. Local person. You're supporting the local economy. You're supporting a local person. You're supporting K-ROG because they're our sponsors. So go to the Unique Flower Farmer Outpost, Tough Outpost in the Apple Center parking lot and get your spring plants for all your spring planting.
Yeah, if you like seeing Will and I's face and everybody else's, you need to go buy your plants there.
That's true. You're going to support what we're doing here. And one of the things we're doing here is we're talking about Scripture. Today's Scripture is 1 Corinthians 13:13. Very famous. A lot of people know this one. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. What do you think about that, Keaton?
I like love.
Love is good. And I think a lot of people do that. I think they focus in on that last part. The greatest of these is love. And, of course, that's obviously in there. It means something. The greatest of those is love.
What about faith and hope?
What about poor faith and hope?
Don't leave them out in the The called.
Faith and hope and love. You think about what we've been going through, and everybody's talking about this, and I don't want to talk about it to death, but those three things, that's what gets you through the tough times like we've been through. You have faith in God, you have a hope that He's coming again, and because of that, you can love people around you and help share with them the faith, hope, and love that is in Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Is it lackadaisical?
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Or maybe it's lackadaisical.
Does that mean you're laid back and stuff? Or don't care about much? Or
yeah, I think it's got a little more of a negative connotation to that. Like you're kind of lazy about it. And you don't really care enough to really put the effort in. Lackadaisical, I think, is where that would.
I do that with Dory a lot. I say a word, and she's like,
"I don't think that.
Not right.
I don't think that means what you think it means."
Anyways,
yeah.
Lots of times when people are being all Debbie Downers and stuff, like, Keaton, why are you so relaxed about this? Why are you not worried? Which I am high strung a lot, and I have a lot of anxiety about things, but not really worldly things that don't matter a lot. Because I'm like, well, I know that Jesus is going to come back.
Well,
I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to go up there, and I'm not really worried about anything going on here.
I think the thing you got to keep in mind is all this is going to burn.
Yeah.
It's all going to burn.
This does not matter.
It doesn't matter. So you got to focus on the things that do matter, and that's life and eternity. I was thinking about this the other day. You can get in conflict with good Christian people. You're a Christian person. You both believe in Jesus, but some conflict has arisen. And, the Bible tells us, hey, if that happens, go to that person. If you've got a problem with them, if you think, then you need to go and you need to tell them, hey, this offended me. I'm afraid there's something between us. We need to sort it out. Now, I don't think you got to, sit down and drink coffee and hold hands and say kumbaya and all that nonsense. That's some people enjoy that. Some people, that's good for them. But I think you've at least got to go, hey, bro, I don't think you should have said that. Or I misunderstood this.
I did not appreciate that.
But I got this stuck in my craw. There's a good old man one for you. And we just
stick in my craw.
We gotta get this out. And you go, okay, man, this is where it was coming from. And you sort of go, okay, and you just work it out. And it's so much easier, I think, than most people think it is. People get all, I don't know, and they get all cagey, and I don't know, I think they're against me, and I'm gonna have to avoid them. And you can't do that, because listen, if you love Jesus and I love Jesus, we have eternity. You got to dodge each other for eternity if you can't work it out. Right?
Yeah.
So you might as well work it out now, and you both love Jesus, so just figure it out. And, don't make assumptions about people. Yeah. You start making assumptions about, well, I saw this, and so I think they think that, and it just goes downhill real fast when you start getting things and letting them stir around your head. You need to go talk to people straight up. And get it sorted out.
What if you both get up to heaven and Jesus is like, hey, will you guys go do this group
I'm
project?
putting you guys in a room.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not working with Judy. And he's like, I let you guys in here?
Yeah, it's not going to work that way.
He's like, I told my dad you guys were cool. What?
Sort it out.
Nope, I'm taking it back on these two.
And here's the thing. You're going to have a beautiful, sweet relationship for eternity. You might as well start it now.
Yeah.
So don't let misunderstandings, assumptions, whatever, and social media is a great perpetrator of that. Don't let those things stand in the way of good relationships with other people.
My Jesus voice. What? I let you guys in here?
I think that's not it at all.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
His voice.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Hey,
let's talk about
blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And white skin.
Let's talk about Pennsylvania's voter suppression.
What?
Yeah, everybody's talking about Georgia and their voter suppression. By the way, if you're not clear on what happened in Georgia, what they did is they said, if you want to vote, you got to show ID.
Okay. And where does the problem lie?
Apparently, that's racist. I don't know.
Well,
I just don't know. I really don't understand why. And Major League Baseball got all cranky and moved the All-Star game.
Why does sports get pulled in there? Why do they stick their nose in it?
Because it's all about the money.
Yeah,
we're
paying.
They're like, fine, if we don't like your politics, we're going to try to hurt you in the pocketbook to make you change your politics. Instead of having a rational conversation about the truth, we just want to cancel things. And so what they did is they canceled the All-Star game in Atlanta,
And nobody
they,
cared.
and they're moving it to somewhere else. Well, I mean, I care. I like baseball. You know, I hate that it's become weaponized in this political culture war, because baseball is supposed to be about bringing people together. Because everybody can, it's like everybody loves Jesus, everybody loves baseball. That's the idea. Well, smart people, on both accounts. And they're using it. It's now become a point of division, and as have all major sports. And I don't like it. But in Pennsylvania, they're suppressing voters now too. There was a lawsuit, and now you got to hand to Pennsylvania. They fought the fight. They resisted it, and a judge ordered them to do it. Or in a settlement agreement, I think. And as a result of the lawsuit, they've agreed. They gave up. They're going to take dead people's names off the rolls. They're not going to let dead people vote in Pennsylvania anymore. Voter suppression, people.
Sharon.
Voter suppression. They moved to Colorado, who has even a more strict voter ID law. That's fantastic. Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. So, but
Colorado's the
they
place
can't
to send
remember
things.
because they're all smoking dope in Colorado.
We got a baseball game going on.
What?
Nice.
What? Boy, they sell a lot of hot dogs at those games. I'll tell you that though. Pretzels are flying off the shelves.
And yeah. That's all.
Yeah, but if you're dead, you can't vote in Pennsylvania anymore.
That is too bad. I was really hoping on voting on the next couple elections when I died.
They're going to take the names of dead voters off the rolls in Pennsylvania under threat of law. That's what it took to get them to do that, by the way.
What I want to know, before you die, how do you decide who you're going to vote on?
Once you're dead, you're a Democrat. Didn't you know that?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Is it's automatic? So they're not like, yeah, I'll vote Democrat when I die.
Nope. You don't get to pick.
Okay.
Always Democrat. Yeah.
Well.
Hey, other big news, which I think was a non-news when it came right down to it, was Biden's executive orders on guns, which, by the way, he didn't.
I watched a video, but I didn't really.
He didn't sign any orders.
He was like saying a bunch of stuff, and he looks a lot older than he did a couple months ago.
Anyway,
tell me about it.
What he announced is, once again.
Oh, and I saw people buy all your guns, then if you can.
Well, you should. You should buy all your guns.
I know.
A nod to Colorado has 11% black vote, but Atlanta has 50% black vote. So who's hurting the people of color? That's a good point, Sharon.
Nice, Sharon.
Yeah. Colorado is a much more white state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
true. It's not about truth. It's not about facts. It's not about what's right. It's about optics. It's about virtue signaling, and that's all it is. That's all it is. So it doesn't matter if it's. So anyway, everybody got all stirred up. Come on, man! I'm talking like Joe Biden this morning. Losing my train of thought. Can't finish the sentence.
And we must vote for Donald Trump. What? Joe Biden.
Don't pound on the table. Makes too much noise in the microphone. Stop it.
Anyways, his non-executive order.
I don't think it did. It got everybody stirred up. Everybody's all cranky. But what did he announce? We're going to draft model red flag legislation. So we're not passing anything. We're going to look into these pistol braces, which effectively turn pistols into short barrel rifles. Which, by the way, what's the big deal with a short barrel rifle? Why do we care? You can have a pistol chambered in the same rounds as a rifle. It doesn't have a stock. But his concern was apparently, or someone pointed out that, when you put a brace on a pistol, and it makes that pistol more accurate and therefore more deadly. Like, okay, so by putting a brace on the pistol, you're going to cut down on innocent bystanders being shot.
But that pistol brace, it has to strap on your arm, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap.
Yep. Nobody know. Well, admittedly, the point is you put a pistol brace on there. You don't put the strap on. You use it like a stock.
Yes, but that's what they want, is you to put the strap on.
Yeah, which who cares?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the concern was apparently that, so a short barrel rifle, let's just be honest. So I've got a full-size AR-15.
What?
No, hypothetically speaking.
Okay. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm adjusting
Say
my
Will
mic.
has a
long gun. It's harder to conceal than a short barrel rifle.
or a pistol.
A short barrel rifle is harder to conceal than a pistol. So if pistols are not NFA items, National Firearms Act items, why would it show? What's the big deal with a short barrel rifle? It makes no sense. So that was kind of dumb. And then the other thing, now this is the thing that I have a little bit concerned about. The guy he appointed to be the head of the AFT,
American
ATF. He just couldn't get ATF out. He said AFT.
I just love like the little things, in life that just make you happy. Like when Joe Biden missays something.
Well, anyway, he's a gun grabber, so we got a problem with him. But I just Beto O'Rourke said not so smart thing. He's like, well, once we make it illegal,
wait. Did he
no,
do
this
Beto?
is an old. No, he didn't nominate Beto. It was somebody else. But just the thing Beto said seemed to like sum up what people think, which is like, well, once we make guns illegal, then everybody will just turn the guns in. That's not going to happen.
We're going to take your AR-15. We're going to take your AK-47. We're going to take your rocket launcher.
Well, good luck with that. Yeah, and Sharon also points out that the major MLB has tons of deals with the Chinese Communist Party.
I do too. It's okay.
And, they don't vote at all. Come on, people. Yeah, it's just nonsense. But anyway, no, he thinks that because gun owners are law-abiding people, by and large, which sort of makes our point, he's like, well, then they'll follow the law and turn their guns in.
Why do we have the guns? Is it to hunt largely, or do you think it's for a different reason they did back in the 1700s?
So I'm going to whiteboard this out for us one of these days.
Is that a racial term?
No, it's, well, I don't know. Probably.
It probably is.
Probably is. But I was going to get a board that happens to be the color white and write on it with colored markers. Yeah, so maybe it's inclusive now. And just demonstrate to you how the Second Amendment from a linguistic, logical perspective is constructed. So there is a precatory clause that is explanatory, which, by the way, none of the other amendments actually really have that. And it says, the part about a well-regulated militia being necessary to the state, comma, the right of the people shall not be to bear arms shall not be infringed. So what it's saying is, because we can't disarm the government, because the government has to have guns, the people get to have guns too. Yeah. That's how
equal.
That's the appropriate way to read the Second Amendment. It's the only accurate way. It's the only linguistic way.
All the people that say it's for hunting isn't.
No, it's not for hunting. No. It's because everybody hunted. Everybody had hunted back then.
And could hunt and in countries that they have strict gun laws, they're still able to hunt too. And so if you have special things.
The whole point of the Second Amendment is to say, because we can't disarm the government, we have to arm the people. We have to let the people be armed as well, because you have to have that balance of power. Ultimately, the balance of power is not between the three branches of government. It's between the government and the people. That's the balance of power. And when you disarm the people, you destroy the balance of power. Therefore, that's how you destroy the country.
Isn't this a democracy?
No.
What?
No, democracy is a terrible form of government. I wish we'd stop talking about democracy. Democracy leads to socialism. Socialism leads to capitalism. We're a constitutional republic. We're a nation of laws. Constitutional republic. We are a constitutional republic. Is a nation of laws. So in a democracy, mob rules. In a constitutional republic, law rules. That's the difference. That's why.
What about the voting thing?
Well, you get to vote in a republic. There is some voting. It's a republic is a representative form of government. People get a voice, but it is not a democracy. And let us never be fooled into thinking that it is. Okay. Well, that was interesting. What are we doing for fun today, Keaton?
I don't know.
You buying any Bitcoin?
No. I did see a real Bitcoin last night on the internet I could buy as a little gold coin.
Yeah, that's not real.
Is it not real?
No.
Okay.
It's just a token.
It's just nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what maybe no, it can't be real because it doesn't have the blockchain information. I don't know if it has a USB port in or something. I don't know. That might work. Blockchain.
The blockchain.
Okay, now it's time for Keaton's Take of the Week. Take it away, Keaton.
You tell him about the thingy?
Yeah, tell him about the thing with the stuff.
Prince Harry died. Moment of
No.
silence.
Not Prince Harry. Prince Harry's the young one.
Prince Philip.
Prince Philip.
For those of you that were
just-
very
dude,
scared for a second,
Dude, you just lit,
I
and all
was
5
wrong.
people watching this just freaked out.
they were like, Meghan and Harry, no!
Poor Meghan. Poor Meghan.
What would happen to her if he died, you think? Is
I-
she like, because she's like not in the thing anymore?
I don't know.
Anyways, so this company that Will and I like, this is just kind of a neat thing to hear, because there are some good companies out there still. That
T-Rex
are
Arms.
Yeah, Will wears the hat a lot. Yeah, it's got a little T-Rex logo.
I do. I do wear their hat.
They are a firearms accessories company is what I'll call them. They sell things that can go on your firearms. They don't sell actual firearms, and they sell equipment and stuff.
And cool hats.
Yeah, and cool hats and stickers. But they made a chest plate. I'm sorry, a
Plate carrier.
Plate carrier. That is the actual like vest that you put on your body that holds the bulletproof plates or whatever plates you're putting.
The AR 500 steel plate.
And so they've been making those for like a little over 6 months, and they made 1,000. They made 1,000, and then they made another 1,000 order because they just keep selling out of them. And they, after the second batch, they realized that these are not being made in the USA, maybe, which
because they were made in
brand
the
them
USA.
as. Yeah, made in the USA. And since they don't have like a textile setup for the nylon to make them, they purchased the nylon, and then they contracted a company in California to assemble them. They discovered that the company in California was sending them to Mexico to be assembled. They would stitch in a made in Mexico tag, send it back to California. He would take it out, stitch in the made in the USA tag, and then send it to T-Rex Arms.
Shady, man.
Yeah, they were not happy with
Shady
that,
stuff.
of course, because they had told their customers that it was made in the USA.
How did they find that out?
It was crazy. So they started noticing like the weird rippings, at the Made in the USA symbol or tag, and then they were like, there was another tag here, right? And so then they started doing some research. They hired a private investigator, which discovered that there was a truck full sent down to Mexico. They found the factory, and they have all of these aerial shots of the factory. And they were very, their lawyer and everything got heavily involved. Anyways, they're suing the guy, of course. Yeah. And then they are giving back like a gift card or a credit or a new plate carrier. Yada, 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 to all of the people that thought they were buying one in the United States, because that's what they signed up for. That's what the company said that they were providing. And so they were very honest with the whole thing. They released this long video explaining all of it, apologizing, of course. And they dubbed these ones that the actual plate carrier is called AC1, and they dubbed the Mexican ones AC Uno. And they're selling them at a discounted price before they can find a new nylon manufacturer or assembler to make the ones that they had originally. Well,
that's good stuff, because a lot of companies
just go.
Every company would just have swept it under the rug. They wouldn't done anything, and then, oops, my bad, when they get caught. And totally,
we didn't know.
And totally would have gotten away with it too, or just not even bothered to look into it. They might have suspected it.
They probably know it's being sent down there and putting the tag in, ripping it out,
and don't care. Yeah, but this, good American-made company, good American company, T-Rex Arms.
It was started by a 19-year-old in his garage with a hairdryer and some Kydex he bought online, and then his iPod and an Instagram account. And it has grown. It had around 25 to 30 employees in 2020. And from 2020 to now, they have grown to 70-something.
So what was his first product? Was it like a
Kydex holster?
A Kydex holster?
And so he was making out-of-the-waist belt holsters originally, just for family, friends, and stuff.
Right.
And then he designed and did not patent the sidecar holster. It's an appendix holster that goes in front that has an extra magazine.
Yeah.
He did not patent it, so then other people could make it, and then they could rip him off, and he could make it better, and this and that. And so there's a lot of appendix-style holsters out there that are a version of the sidecar, but his is the original and arguably the best.
Yeah.
But he did that so there would be kind of, a competition to make his the best, but then also to take their crappy designs and improve his and vice versa and things like that. So I think that was a smart move.
That was an interesting move.
Yeah.
It's not something a lawyer would recommend.
No. But he has branched out. Holsters is their main thing still, but they have branched out to a lot of stuff. They deal a lot of high quality products that are not theirs, and then they make a lot of stuff now.
Well, I know they've got
They have
like a
lot
single
of-
point sling.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yep. It bungees to your AR or whatever
Yep.
you're putting it on.
Yep.
And they're very big on content and teaching and things.
Yep.
And they put out so many videos of very high quality firearms.
Yeah, I watched
teaching.
their sling carry video, which is pretty
Mhm.
cool about, this arm and then that,
Yeah.
here and then that arm and it goes behind you, but this arm and you bring it up to shoot. And it's just, I was like, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Good
Got
stuff.
a lot of great stuff.
Good stuff on there. Well, it's good stuff this morning. Thanks for joining us on K-ROG this morning. Lots of cool stuff coming up on K-ROG's new show was announced yesterday or the day before yesterday. Lauren Brooke, In the Loop with Lauren Brooks. We'll be looking out for that. Be sure to visit the Unique Flower Farmer for your spring planting needs. And
Happy Hanukkah.
this may be the last broadcast from this studio ever. New studios coming your way from K-ROG. Thanks for watching. See you next week.